Good morning everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to spend some time with me today. I am getting ready to just head out the door and do a few just normal mom things. I have to go to the supermarket and a few little bits and pieces. So I thought there's no better time than to film my very quick, well I hope very quick, get ready with me just for summer. It's a very light summer look with well, I was thinking not too many products, but then okay, it's a little bit more than I thought, but anyway, so that's what I thought I would do today, and I hope everybody's doing really well and you're all having a wonderful Monday. The sun is shining here. We had a birthday party yesterday for my little girl, so if I look like I have a tattoo, I do. Well, it's, you know, one of those stick-on tattoos. It did have a unicorn in the middle, but it came away. So in case you can see a red mark, that's what it is. I love it. She had unicorn, it was a unicorn themed party, so we had fun. Anyway, I have already done my skincare and put on my sunscreen, and I'm just going to clip my hair back. I don't even really think it needs to be clipped back because the fringe has grown out, but just to keep it out of the way. So I'm actually going to use my YSL Top Secrets BB cream, which I purchased last summer. Now, I did say about this, I think only last week, that it looks better on my skin when I have some self tanner on, which I did have, but it's worn away and I haven't reapplied it. Because you see, my arms are slightly different colour, as you can see, because they would be more exposed. This part of me isn't really, and we have had nice weather recently. We had 1 or 2 days where we hit kind of 27, 28 degrees. It's cooler now, it's more normal, but still the sun is shining. So anyway, I'm going to have to kind of bronze my neck up a little bit to kind of make this look like it's the right colour for me. But because it's a BB cream, it's a little bit drier, and I went to the counter, and the beautiful girl on the counter, Jessica, she's on Instagram, Jessica Brady, I'll put it down below. She gave me a sample of it's the Moisture Glow. That's it there. And it's a YSL obviously as well. So you just scoop out a little bit. It's kind of, how would I describe it? It's kind of peachy coloured, slightly opaque. That's it there. I hope you can see it there. Slightly peachy coloured, skin coloured, peachy coloured. And what you do is you just mix a little of this in with it, and it takes very little. So I'm just going to mix my BB cream in, maybe a little more than that, in with that. I'm forgetting, before I do that, it can sit on my hand. As you can see, I am barefaced, so my circles are quite pronounced. So I'm going to use my Catrice anti-camouflage, or camouflage cream anti-shadow. I've been liking this recently. It's very good at covering the circles. So I'm going to try and make this a quick video, and I have my mirror here in front of me, so I hope I don't blind you. And this is the sort of makeup that I do on a regular basis when I'm just heading out and I want to look kind of as if I haven't just rolled out of bed and my eyes are in the back of my head, but that I've actually thought about what I'm going to look like. So that's that cream, and it kind of looks a little bit white when you put it on first. Off camera it looks kind of more yellowy coloured. So you can just blend it in a bit. And then I'm using my Maybeline Dream Lumi concealer, which is the twist up pen. And I don't have a table here in front of me, which I really should have. I'm just going to put that there, and a little down on my cheeks, where I have a little bit of redness around my nose. I had bought the same product, a similar product from Catrice, which was the green cream. It was supposed to be for anti-redness, and I have to say I haven't liked that as much as I liked the anti-shadow cream. It just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't maybe I'm using it incorrectly. If any of you have used it, let me know. I might do a demo with it one day and see if you can see any difference. So you can see that I've blurred out some of the redness. Now, I'm going to go back. Oh, I still need to keep this. I'm actually going to pause for a second and grab a smaller mirror because it's too heavy. Just 1 second. That's better. Smaller mirror. And I managed to get this all over my kimono. But anyway, it's all over the mirror now as well. Ah, this is going to be good. Okay, so I'm going to mix those two together. And it just gives the BB cream a little bit more of a slip, because I find BB creams can be quite drying. And it also makes it a little bit more suited to my skin tone. And I'm using my fingers as opposed to a brush because I just find BB creams go on easier with your fingers. And I think it was Trinny Woodall. Some of you will remember Susanna and Trinny from their TV show. I think it was just called Trinny and Susanna, or was it What Not to Wear? I can't remember. But she is on, Trinny is on YouTube. I will link her channel as well, or list her channel. And she was saying that because BB creams are slightly more drying, and it's easier to work them into the skin if you use your fingers. Now, I don't know if it's showing up that is actually giving me a nice bit of colour. It's not a heavy coverage, it's a BB cream. And in real life, it actually looks pretty good. I'll bring a little down on to my neck. That's what's left on the back of my hand. So that's kind of my very simple base. Now for blush, I am using Milani, it's number 08 Coralina, and it's a lovely kind of warm peachy colour. It's a beautiful colour. And I've left my blush brush, but I'm going to use this one. It's just a PS brush. Hopefully this will work, because I was going to use this for bronzing, bronzing my neck. So I'm just going to literally pop that onto the apple of my cheeks for a bit of warmth. It's just, actually that's picking up more now on camera. It looks more orange on camera than it does in real life. It'll look more blended when I have my eye makeup done. Now for my brows, I'm using my little teeny tiny Benefit Gimme Brow. And I think this one is in, oh, I don't know, taupe or something. It's not a dark one. This is brilliant if you're in a hurry, because I don't always have time to spend, you know, sculpting my brows. So I usually just do this because it picks up all the little hairs and there's a spoolie on it. So it's brushing your brows up at the same time as filling them in, because it has little fibres and it's great. It gives a very natural finish. So you can see there one as opposed to the other. And I know this was about €12 for teeny tiny little tube or bottle of product. But it's a while since I had used a full size, and I wanted to make sure that I really did like it rather than paying for the full size. But it's more economical to buy the full size. So it's picking up any little natural brow hairs, and if they do smudge, it's very easy to just with your finger or a Q-tip just, so there's the two. That might look a bit higher on this side. That's a bit more, well, what do they say, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So there's the eyebrows done. I always think eyebrows look a bit odd until you have something else on as well. Now for my eyes, I have a new product that I want to try, and this is the NYX Proof It waterproof eyeshadow primer. I only bought this on Saturday. Is it in a colour? It's just Pi 01 it says. I can't remember who mentioned this. Oh, it'll come to me. Somebody was talking about this in a video. Anyway, on the box it gives you the instructions. You apply it with the little applicator, and then you rub it in with your finger, then you apply your eyeshadow, and that's what it looks, well, you know, it gives you it keeps the eyeshadow in place and gives you better colour payoff. So, gosh, it doesn't feel like much is going on. Alright, I'm just going to rub it in. I need it mostly around my lash line because I seem to have oily lids. So when I apply liner, and sometimes my shadow as well, they'll break down. The liner will travel. It can travel to my lower lash line, and it can travel to underneath my lower lash line, and it can travel up into my socket. It's a good traveller. So I presume you let that dry for a minute. Sorry. I have just a little kimono on. What are we at? 11 minutes. Okay. Now, for shadow, I'm using one that I've spoken about so much recently, and it's the Revlon Colorstay Cream Eyeshadow 710 in Caramel. And this has its own little brush, but I prefer to use my finger. It's a beautiful kind of coppery tone. You can have it very sheer, or you can intensify it. So this is morning time. I'm just going to have a sheer wash of colour. And I'm using my fingers again because this is a very simple, quick get ready with me. I'm not going to have too many brushes, and it literally is, this is what I do when I am getting myself ready to run out the door. If I don't have a lot of time, which I actually don't, because today is actually my little girl's birthday, and she, well, she's at school, but yeah, I have to kind of have a family party ready for her later, and she wants homemade pizza. Now I've hit more. There. I had missed the socket a little bit. So you can intensify that colour a little bit more. You can concentrate it more in the socket if you wish. Now I hope that that's coming off as being the same. It is more or less, actually, a little bit more or less the same in real life. Now, I love to add a little bit more to that, and I'm going to use my Stila Kitten. Again, no brushes. It's a touch on my ring finger and pop it onto the center of the lid. You can blur it out, and it just, you can see there's the two compared. It just kind of gives that lift, especially if your eyes are anyway deep set or hooded. It just gives a lift. So you can see there, you can probably blend that a little bit more. So easy to blend into that shadow. I'm also going to put a tiny bit on my brow bone just to pick up. It is supposed to be kind of a glowy summery look. Now, so you can, I don't know if you can see, it's picking up the highlight there. Now into my, oh, my eyeliner, I need to pair it. 1 second. Back again. Nice and sharp, and I'm going to go just not on the waterline but into the lash line, just to give definition and to give the appearance of volume. So it's going to be a very natural look. So I don't know if you can see the difference there. One is done and one is not. Sorry for all the interruptions. I don't know if any of you who do make videos find that you think you've brought everything over and then you realise, oh, I've forgotten something very important. So that's the two lash lines done from underneath, and now I'm going to go into the lash line from the top as well, and it just gives that lovely definition and volume at the base of the lash before you even put mascara on. I know I'm going over my time, but it's still, smudge that a little bit. It's still quick enough. Now I do want a slight little wing, so what I'm going to use is this e.l.f. pencil. It's like it's like a felt tip, and I find that this is good. It's very easy to control, so if I want to do a little wing, I can do it very, very easily by literally just starting at the outside of my lid and pulling out. So I hope you can see that there. It's very natural. There's nothing too scary about it, and the same for the other side. The difficulty is matching the two, but I think they look okay. They look matchy. And because I have that, because my eyes are so deep set, I have that little bone at the side that can be hard to negotiate when you're trying to do a wing. So when it works, it's yay! And it worked, I think. What do you think? Now, lashes, and this is my Flormar Triple Action Mascara. It's coming to the end of its run. I always change my mascara after 3 months. Whoops. I liked this one. I mean, this was the one that I'll show you very quickly, that you can twist. I don't know if you can see it getting smaller, and then 1, 2, up it comes again. I really only used it on the straight setting. I didn't find much use for it being twisted up a little bit or tighter. It's supposed to lift, curl and give volume and length. I don't know. To me it just did what every other mascara does. It was nice enough. It's very pretty packaging, but I want to try some other ones. So you can see there, just working it into the base of my lashes. So you can see it does give kind of length and volume. Oh, I'm being inappropriate again. Again, just into the base to get the volume and the definition. Wiggle it around before you pull it up. There we go. I think that's about the same. And then a touch on the bottom. Lashes. That's it. No more. Oh, that one's gone funny. Just clumped up a little bit there. Yeah. That's okay. And then if you want to concentrate on the outer lashes just at the corner to give that lifted effect as well, you can just pull them up, kind of using the point of the mascara wand, and it's easier, especially if your eyes are hooded or deep set, because it's hard to pick those lashes up and get that fanned out effect, and that's the effect I love. So when I do wear false lashes, that is, I will concentrate them on the outer corner. So that's that done. Next is lips. I'm using MAC Dervish liner. I like the colour, but I'm not crazy. Excuse me. I'm not crazy about the formulation, because it's MAC Spice is so easy to use, and Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats are so easy to use. They're soft. This isn't quite as soft, and you don't get much payoff colour wise. You have to really work at it. fill in a little bit. And I'm going to use my MAC C shear. Oops, is that upside down? I think it is. No. There it is. I can never tell. I beg your pardon. I finish with that. It's the closest colour to Dervish that I have. Or Dervish is the closest colour I have to this. Gosh, that looks bright. It really does, but I want it on my teeth. Is that a lustre? It's a lustre, so it's a lovely creamy lipstick. And now, so that I don't look ridiculously two-toned, first of all, I'm going to finish just very lightly with my MAC Mineralise Skin Finish in Light Plus. I can never remember the name of that, sorry, I don't want to blind you. And that is just a quick dusting with a small brush. I really only kind of set my under eye and around my nose, because that's really where the breakdown, and of course my forehead, that's where the breakdown would be, so I don't need to powder everywhere, and I want a bit of a glow. And what are we at? Oh gosh, 21. This is my big brush again, which I really need to wipe off a little bit. Actually, it doesn't really hold the colour, it's more stained than anything from that blush. And this again is a Milani, and it is 04 Glow Baked Bronzer. And that's it there. The little brush fell out. That's it there. So it's kind of it's got little colours going through it, a marbling effect. This may not show up on camera because sometimes the colours don't. And it looks like I'm putting tons and tons on, but this brush, it takes a while to pick up the colour. There we go. And I'm just going to bronze down my neck and onto my chest and over my lovely tattoo. Just to marry the colours together so that I don't look white, because I don't like that. I really don't think that's a flattering look at all. And down onto my décolleté. I don't know if you can see that that is making a difference. It is, believe me, in real life that is making me lovely and bronzed. I don't look white anymore. Excuse me. So that's all the makeup items. Yes, I've put everything on. I'm just going to take my hair down. Give it a little zhuzh up. And there. I hope you know what you think of that. Is it kind of a glowy summer? If I wanted to make it more glowy, I could probably put some highlight on. In fact, will I try this? Will I try this? A little of Stila Kitten, just to give a bit of a glow, tapped on my cheekbones. You can see it there. You see, you can get multiple different uses out of certain products. You can see it there. And you could put a little on your nose and a little on your chin and Cupid's bow. Maybe that's a bit much. Yes, I think that's kind of glowy. Sorry, I was showing straps all over the place. So, what do you think of that? Hope you enjoyed it. And not as quick as I had thought, but I talk. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and the week ahead is going to be wonderful as well. Can you believe it's the last week of June? I can't. Where's the time going? And I will see you very soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.